It's called the pipeline coaster. That's because of its unique ability to do this, twist like a corkscrew in a pipe. Currently, corkscrew rides operate like this. The pipeline, with its tighter spinning move, can offer a new range of coaster thrills.
Some of the things we can do, I think they call it a chandelle in an airplane. You can come up, flip over on the top of the loop as you get to the top. We haven't been able to do those maneuvers before.
While computers check engineering specs, customers will eventually judge the ride's fun factor. And who should know that better than this man, the president of an offbeat group who travel the world riding roller coasters. What's he think of the pipeline?
I think this is going to be the next innovation in roller coasters, the next demented, twisted, bizarre, but exciting fun that you can have at amusement parks, I think is what we're standing under today.
The ride's manufacturer, Aerodynamics, is negotiating with several American theme parks to build the first new generation ride. Aero says the first coaster should be up and rolling sometime next year.
Nemesis is a popular inverted steel coaster located at Alton Towers in Staffordshire, England. The ride is highly regarded amongst UK coaster enthusiasts and continues to rank high in coaster polls even after 25 years of operation. The ride opened in 1994 and is the brainchild of John Wardley, a man who would go on to work on rides such as Oblivion and Air, aka Galactica, both of which are also at Alton Towers. The ride's development was a very interesting story, from dynamite being used to create the trenches, all the way to the ride's own graphic novel. But likely the most intriguing thing about this ride's development was the concept that came before the final version. The ride we know and love today was given the codename SW3, or Secret Weapon 3. As it was the third iteration of the project that had been in the works ever since around 1990. Today, we're going to be discussing both of these previous variations, known as SW1 and SW2, as well as the overall concept behind them, and what could have been for these coasters. Let's start with Secret Weapon 1. The SW1 codename was created due to this initial proposal being themed to a secret military base. The ride would have been a pipeline coaster, a new and experimental coaster type being developed at the time by noted company Aerodynamics. It was meant to replace the Thunder Looper, a ride which was soon to be removed from the park. It would have been low to the ground and blended into the terrain in order to conform to the strict height restriction. From the images you see here, the ride would have seemed to have had 7-car-long trains, as well as an entrance plaza to it. The ride would have featured multiple inversions and some pretty twisted elements. However, the ride only would have been 980 feet long. To show you just how short that is, Autosled at Galaxyland in the West Egmonton Mall is only 30 feet longer than this proposed ride. Sadly, plans were halted due to Aero's financial troubles. The project was put on hold for 1 year until the park revisited their plans to build the new pipeline coaster. They resumed development for the ride under the new name Secret Weapon 2, with even some early construction and rock blasting beginning for the ride's trenches. All seemed to be going well until project leader John Wardley finally rode the pipeline prototype at Aero's Utah facility and was extremely disappointed, believing the ride would not be best for Alton Towers. This dissatisfaction for the ride was the ultimate downfall for Secret Weapon 2, and the team at Alton Towers had to go back to the drawing board for their project. Eventually, in 1992, John Wardley saw B&M's Batman the Ride inverted coaster and determined he wanted a similar ride at Alton Towers. Thus, SW3 was born and would later become the ride we know and love today. Some of the pipeline coaster's traits do live on in Nemesis, such as having a station halfway between the lowest and highest points of the ride, and a similar theme with a wild alien creature that needs to be contained, as well as a heavy use of the terrain. In addition, Oblivion would also borrow from the military theme for the creation of X Sector, a themed land based around a secret base. It likely would have ridden somewhat similar to the Togo Ultra Twisters of the time, with some more janky transitions and odd turns known on Aero coasters. The Pipeline prototype generally received positive feedback and was said to have given a decent ride according to coaster enthusiasts at the time. However, many people would probably not have appreciated the short ride. It might have even received the reputation of being a one-trick pony that relies too much on a single gimmick. In this case, being a pipeline coaster, similar to that of an Ultra Twister. People might get easily bored of the short ride and feel underwhelmed by the prototype. It would have been an interesting ride, but unfortunately a quick one, which might not be as good as it could have been if it were to be designed with a longer layout. Overall, Wardley was likely right in his decision to reject the ride, as the original design was outright gimmicky and didn't do much with its layout compared to Nemesis, which is much longer and does a lot more with its layout due to the increased track length. The ride would have been overall short but sweet, but matched up with the beast that is Nemesis, there is no doubt that SW3 would have most likely won out. That's about all you need to know about the SW1 and SW2 proposals. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell. All feedback and support is deeply appreciated, and I hope I can make more content like this in an ongoing series on this channel. Expect more videos like this soon, including one on Ravine Flyer 2 coming to the Insane Coaster Junkie channel I will be doing soon. That's about all for today. Peace out.